So we're going to be watching David Berkowitz play this set. We will be thinking about the hands from a single dummy perspective, try and analyze what David is doing. And it's worth noting that North-South are playing a precision style system. So I don't know exactly how fancy they get over their strong club, or if they have any other sort of specific artificial type bids that we might run into. They used to be partners long, long ago, probably back in like the early 2000s is when their partnership ended. Larry Cohen, I think, mostly retired from bridge, and David Berkowitz started picking up other partners. He's been playing a lot with Jeff Mexstroth recently, I think on the, not the nickel team. What team did we see David and Mech playing on? I know they were in the open trials playing together. But enough about that. We're into the first hand. We have an auction. So as South, we elected to open a diamond and rebid a no trump. I'm not certain what their no trump range is. It feels like, especially in a precision context, you might want to upgrade this 13 count into a 14 to 16 no trump if that's where your range lies, specifically because your one diamond opener does not show which minor suit you have. But David Berkowitz elects to open a diamond, rebid a no trump, partner raises to 3 now, and this is the dummy that we're looking at. Queen of diamonds lead looks like it's positive for our side. We should have 3 diamond tricks. Clubs are likely to come home for a large number of tricks. Actually, it turns out the partner has a huge hand. Partner has 16. This is looking a little scary for our side. It's not as if 6 clubs is 100% cold or anything. I mean, even if the clubs break, we would still need a little bit of luck in the major suits. But the Queen Jack of diamonds on side might give us just the luck we would be hoping for in that contract. So David might be a little disappointed that playing a precision system, he wasn't able to show his natural club suit and find the fit. Albeit with 29 combined highs, it's going to be difficult to think that any table is going to wind up in the slim. Well, East thinking on this trick is probably good news for us. Yeah, so the clubs don't break, and I think that's going to put an end to any concerns that our side might have. 3 no trump, of course, essentially no danger, I believe. Declarer is able to set up his 5th club on this trick. We have 2 more clubs, 2 more hearts, a diamond and a spade at the very least. We are going to be taking a diamond finesse against West's presumed jack, given the Queen of diamonds opening lead. Yeah, there it is. So we get to win the king. East is going to show out here. East has already pitched 2 diamonds. So now we know that West is holding on to 2 diamonds remaining. We kind of have a choice about what we want to do from this spot. David elects to lead the Jack of Hearts. It's all about over tricks for now. So we take a heart finesse. We now get to lead a spade up to the dummy to get access to that stranded 10 of diamonds winner. And we will be making 11 tricks. Well, I say that. I mean, if East is not careful, maybe East ends up pitching a heart, and we actually collect 3 heart tricks in the end. So this could still be 12 tricks. Presumably, East actually started with a very long heart suit. But the other room already off to a bit of a faster start. Looks like we're going to be a little bit slower here. One thing that I will note is that if a sponsor is playing at your table, you do tend to claim a little bit less and play hands out a little bit more, both for the reason that sometimes your claims aren't going to be as clear to the sponsors, and so it's sometimes just faster to go through the motions of actually playing out the cards. But also because sponsors sometimes make mistakes in positions and you can end up with extra tricks. So, decent start. Our side has picked up an imp. I mean, David probably has already mentally chalked up +1 imp in that position, given that, you know, once the bad club split comes to light, the opponents do have 2 tricks that they can take. So, board 32 here. 2 spades open on our left, and partner makes a takeout double. Now, it's kind of important to note, I wonder if there's, well, not easily, but maybe this is something I could think about in the future, where if we're following one player, I could put up like a fake screen and just reveal it whenever the auction comes back to us. But I was going to say, looking at David's hand, we know that ourselves and West have at least 10 spades, probably exactly 10 spades between us. It's very likely our partner is short in spades, and if our partner has values, they're probably going to start with a takeout double. Unlikely to make a natural 2 no trump overcall because they probably don't have a heart or spade stopper. So we needed to be prepared for, or at least spend a little bit of time thinking, what are we going to do over the takeout double? Yeah, good point, Brad. The auction is also shown in the top left. Well, anyway, it's probably fine. So we get a little bit more information than David does just because this double, we see it before the board gets around to him. But in this case, David is elected to bid Lebensall and bid 3 hearts, showing a sign-off type hand. He could have bid 3 hearts directly to show some values, but that's not really where our hand lies, especially given the very poor side spade suit that we have, which is going to be really difficult to ruff all of those losers in the dummy, with East over-ruffing us. Now, the auction might not be over. It's very possible our partner raises us to 4 hearts. We can spend a little bit of time thinking, you know, like what would we do if partner bids 3 spades? What would we do here if partner bids 4 clubs, for example, to show a natural club suit? I think if partner bids 4 diamonds, we would be happy to raise him. We do see the 3 spade bid. And oftentimes this 3 spade bid is based on a hand that doesn't know where it wants to end up. So to that extent, we might believe that that our partner only has 3-card heart support. So Yuan says, over 3 spades, maybe try 3 no trump. I have no idea what I would have done if East didn't double. I think once East doubles, well, we're kind of off the hook. I'm a little tempted by a 4 diamond bid, actually. So partner showed a big hand. The double probably suggests to me that it's on a doubleton of spades over here with East. Okay, David tries 3 no anyway. Very reasonable thought that, so I wonder if David's thought process was the following, that partner's often going to have only 3 hearts for this 3 spade bid, so I don't think 4 hearts is the right contract for us to end up in. 5 diamonds might be a plausible game, but we need to take 11 tricks in diamonds, and we know we're off a spade trick immediately. Ooh, look at this. So David, not really sure what partner's hand is, but knowing that his partner just had a strong hand of some kind, tries for the game that only requires taking 9 tricks. Well, This is not going to score very many, very many imps for being in 3 no trump here. I mean, even if West elects to give us the spade queen, I still find it a little hard to imagine that that we're going to find our way to a 9th trick. So the opponents have taken 3 spades. They, of course, should be able to come to a heart and a club, at the very least, and might even get a couple of clubs, depending on how the play goes. I was going to say it feels pretty natural looking at this dummy. Remember, we're the ones declaring. We bid 2 no trump in the south. Just exit a diamond. I'm surprised by the heart switch, but maybe that is a result of East's discard on the 3rd round of spades, suggesting please play hearts. It just feels weird because if East has the heart ace and West has the club king, can this not make? East has the heart ace and West has the club king. I guess West would also need to have king 3rd of clubs. Otherwise, the defense could have technically set up a club. I mean, at this point, I think you're right. I suspect you're correct at this stage, where declarer can just cash a bunch of high cards and take the club finesse. 10-9 fourth of hearts with West isn't going to help. We don't have entries to pick up the heart suit, but well, a lot of interesting things are going on. Yes, I do suspect that declarer has realistic chances to make his contract now. So diamonds are 6-1, spades are 6-2. And we're going to get a count in the heart suit soon. Now, what David's thinking about is not just how can I pick up this heart suit for 3 tricks. If he does that, he will, of course, be on a club finesse to make his contract. But if the heart suit does come in, he will get a better count on the opponent's hand, and he might actually have a legitimate chance at a squeeze. So we continue a heart, East. Ooh, Ewan must have called it. It is 10-9 fourth with West. So, not much declarer can do at this point. He is going to end up going down at least 1. I mean, unless that club discard was, you know, from Jack 3rd or something in the East. But probably worthwhile to try and make it, I think. So what do we know about East's hand? East is down to a diamond and 2 clubs. I mean, I suspect that East is down to a diamond and the king doubleton of clubs. Yeah, this is why the cashing 3 rounds of hearts would be important. If we were able to cash this 8 of hearts here, East would be squeezed. So David's trying to determine, I think, whether or not East made a mistake earlier in the play, and it looks like he is going for a club to the queen. This should lose. East can now cash a diamond, and we'll get the ace of clubs in the end position, as long as I've counted correctly. So not the best line of play at match points. Here East was technically strip squeezed for down 1. But David elected to take a legitimate chance at making his contract if East had erred, pitching a club from like Jack third or even 10 third. A reasonable concession at Imps. The other room ends up in 3 clubs on these cards. Maybe what happened is West opened 2 spades and North overcalled 3 clubs. Our hand certainly would not act. Well, board 33. 2 passes to us. We have a 12 count, so in our precision style system, we do get to open a diamond, I think. David might be tempted by 3 diamond opener. He doesn't have a preemptive 2 diamonds available in third seat. Yeah, Brad likes 3 diamonds. I think 3 diamonds or 1 diamond are both probably okay. The issue I see with a 3 diamond opener is like opposite just the ace of diamonds, we have what could easily be 8 tricks in our hand. And I feel like we don't really want to bypass our chances of reaching 3 no trump. But the counter argument is that this might happen, right? We open a diamond and the opponents get to find their spade fit really cheaply. Well, partner's a precision passed hand, right? But if partner has 2 aces, including the diamond ace, we're in great shape to be making, 3 no is a good contract. So we have like a source of tricks and we have some quick tricks on the side in clubs. Like give us a random 12 count with, king, jack, 6th of diamonds and a couple of kings and queens in the other suits, then 3 diamonds is going to start looking a bit more attractive. Anyway. Yeah. Also, once we see this final auction with West jumping to game opposite just a simple raise to 2 spades, we probably couldn't really have done anything to keep them out of it. And looks like that was true. 4 spades was bid in the other room and it made. But we don't know that. We're going to still do our best to try and defend against this contract. The spade finesse loses. I don't think that we're taking any diamond tricks on this hand, but I could be wrong about that. So our partner continues a second diamond. I was curious if David was going to make some sort of suit preference play on this diamond. The reason to do it might be to clue partner in as to what our hand looks like so that he can, maybe discard easier if declare ends up running a bunch of trumps. But I suspect that, playing the king probably makes a ton of sense. Declarer is going to be more interested in the information about where our values lie than our partner. West giving it some thought. Diamond to the king. Hasn't roughed this trick yet. I wonder if declare is on only a 5-card spade suit, and this could, this whole plan of tapping declare a couple of times might be beneficial to our side. Declare is on a 5-card spade suit. So we're happy to ditch a diamond right now. Oh, well, that was fast. We don't get to see Declare's hand until pop up for a brief second at the end of play. So I see Declare elected to say, I'm crossing in hearts and leading a club to the king. They don't have time as Declare to cross in hearts and lead a club to the 9, and then cross back in hearts and lead a club to the king later, trying to take their percentage play in the club suit, because we would be able to win, tap them in diamonds, win the ace of clubs, and then cash a bunch of diamonds. Ooh. 2-0 opener by East. Little did East know that if they had just passed in first seat, we were going to get an awful lot of trouble on our cards. We would have opened the hand a diamond, precision style. Well, 2-0 fetches a transfer to hearts. And we should be passing throughout, but as usual, we want to kind of build a bit of a picture of what the opponent's hands could look like. I am spending a little time thinking about what opening lead am I even going to make against, well, whatever contract they might end up in. You might double 7 hearts. Could be safe. You think that 7 no trump is also going down, though? You don't want them running to a different making grand slam. 3 no. 4 hearts. So East does have heart support. I mean, if I knew that West had the heart ace, I might lead a trump at trick 1, figuring that might be the most passive opening lead. Otherwise, I guess we just have to lead a spade. Okay, David tries the jack of diamonds. This feels a little bit more aggressive than I personally would have been comfortable with, but it looks like it has worked out well. I mean, none of the leads are particularly good. Maybe David's reasoning was that if partner's 1 card is in diamonds, that's going to be most helpful to our side. Because he probably has a sense that he can get the ace of clubs. If East has the heart ace, we'll be able to take 2 trump tricks. We need 1 more trick somewhere, and that could come from partner's king of diamonds. So actually, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I like the diamond lead. It could work out poorly, but I think overall we're playing our partner for the least possible amount of stuff that we could need where 4 hearts can go down. Good lead, David. You've convinced me. So West has a 5 count. East being 20 to 21, we can count the high card points. So we started with 13. And 5 from dummy is 18. East having 20 to 21 is 38 to 39. Our partner has at most 2 high card points. So our partner is 1 to 2 high card points somewhere. Which means not the king of diamonds. It's possible that East has opened a 19 count 2-0. We shouldn't discount that possibility, but I think that is generally unlikely. Something that we want to be prepared for, just in general, when we're defending, and we should have been thinking about this at trick 1, is what are we doing when Declare leads every suit out of his hand? Well, a spade is fairly easy, but a club lead, we might have been in a position where it could be scary to play low. We might end up getting end played later with that ace of clubs. So spade to the queen, we kind of expected. Declare has the ace king of spades. That's not surprising. We should have gotten some sort of signal from our partner on that spade trick. Which means, well, I'm not sure what it means. I guess, okay, this is a good attempt. Remember, we've kind of placed our partner with 1 to 2 high card points. So if those 2 high card points are the club queen, then we might have just put Declare on a guess for his contract, right? Where Declare wouldn't know that they need to hop up with the king of clubs because the other heart finesse is going to lose. So king of diamonds, 10 of diamonds, We play low. Now, you might look at this and say, well, Declare knows we have the queen of diamonds. Yes, but Declare's whole plan is to cross to dummy and take a heart hook. So we do get to win the king of hearts. But it looks like Declare is going to be good from here. Our best attempt is probably to play back a diamond at this point. Another low club. Yeah, that would be brilliant. It probably would work, right? It's now starting to sound like our partner had Jack 10 of clubs. And so if we played low again, Declare could put in the 9. But we do not have it. South claimed 10 tricks for Declare. So David just ended up claiming on the hand. I mean, no surprise. We can see that there's not really much he can do. Are we gonna... East is thinking for a while. This is one of those times where I kind of mentioned it might make more sense to just play the hand out with a sponsor at the table. So David found a sensible plan. I mean, he first led the Jack of diamonds, hoping that his partner actually had the king, the miracle king of diamonds, where that would represent a 4th defensive trick. And then, after counting out Declare's high card points, or our partner's potential high card points, David put a low club through, hoping that his partner had queen 10 5th instead of the actual Jack 10 5th. Pretty strong defense, but did not matter this time. And we're on to board 35. We get to open a heart. Precision style context. So this is a hand where I wouldn't be surprised if we would, do something like jump to 3 hearts at our next opportunity. I might prefer to have a bit of a better heart suit to do that. So we'll see what David elects to do if North responds a spade or no trump to this 1 heart bid. Looks like a good 1 no opener for South. You don't think you would open this 2 no trump? So, alright, a no trump, semi-forcing. I think basically everyone has shoved their 3-card limit raises into a semi-forcing no trump nowadays. Pretty popular. So heart and no trump, take out double by East. And we have a bit of a decision to make. David elects with 2 diamonds. That feels right to me. If there hadn't been a takeout double, I might have been interested in just bidding hearts myself, either 2 or 3 hearts, depending on what I felt like. But after the takeout double, I really, really want to find a fit because it looks like the auction is about to start getting competitive. And so diamonds might be a more likely fit than hearts. West jumps to 3 spades. And if this passes back around to us, I have no idea what we're supposed to do. I guess we have to pass it out. I mean, even if 4 spades comes back to us, I still don't know what we're supposed to do. Partner might be completely broke, so the opponents could be making game. If that's the case, we probably have a good save somewhere, but my main concern is that we have a lot of defense. It looks like we could easily have 3 tricks in our own hand if the takeout doubler has the spade ace. Ace of clubs, ace of hearts, king of spades. And if partner has something, 4 spades could be going down. All right, 3 spades it is, I think. I don't see any reason to tempt them anymore into trying to find a spade game if they're not interested already. So David does pass it out. And partner gives us a heart lead. I wonder if we should win the ace here and give partner a heart rough. Like, I'm not convinced that partner's roughing a heart. But West 3 spade bid is a pretty big bid. You know, vulnerable. They didn't overcall a spade. It just feels to me like West is more likely to have queen fourth of hearts than queen third. But I could be wrong about that. So Declare plays a spade to the ace. We now get to win the king of spades and kind of cry a little bit because I have no idea how we're taking enough tricks to defeat this contract. Fortunately, they're not in game, right? If we were defending a game contract, I might be a little scared. Although it is starting to look as if partner might have one of the big diamond honors, the ace or king. All right, David makes a pretty reasonable play, leads the jack of diamonds. So this is kind of helping our partner to work out the diamond position. We've already showed a 2 diamond rebid, so partner knows we have 4 diamonds over here. And now our partner knows about the honor composition. Although, you know, on a bad day, partner's going to place us with the diamond 10. But there's not really much we can do about it. If West has the 10 of diamonds, West would just have both of the remaining diamond stoppers here. It's now really looking like maybe our best chance to beat this was to go up with the hard ace at trick 1 and hope partner was roughing. Well, 9 of diamonds from partner. Declare does win the 10. Pulls the last trump. Claims 10 tricks. Wait a second. Wait a second. That means the ace of hearts is not cashing. Hold on. Partner had 4 hearts? What is partner doing? And the diamond ace? No way. Wait a second. This is like my robot tournaments. How could partner not raise us? Whoa. I guess we do have 4 tricks against a spade contract. I mean, we have a trick in every suit. We can win the hard ace, take the ace of clubs, take the ace of diamonds, and take the king of spades. Oh, we can beat it if we get a club rough, actually. If we go heart to the ace, ace of clubs, diamond to partner's ace, and club rough, partner's going to get the jack of spades eventually for a trick. So we did have 3 spades beat. You know, funnily enough, hopping up with the hard ace would have worked for a different reason. Once we see Declare's queen, we'll know that continuing hearts isn't going to work out. All right, board 36. So a little bit of a sad result. I mean, David's probably retracing the play there to figure out what he could have done. Hey there, V8. Good morning to you. Ooh. I was starting to think after the 1-no opener we weren't going to be able to bid, but no trump, transfer to spades. We do get to make a lead directing double of 2 hearts. I wonder if this double means different things, conditional on vulnerability. I know a lot of players would play that favorable, this suggests saving, and vulnerable, it's just specifically lead directing. West pass, essentially not accepting the transfer, shows a doubleton spade. So we get pass, pass. This is around the moment where we would be a little terrified that the opponents are going to end up in 2 hearts redoubled. But okay. 3 diamonds by East. So East has spades and diamonds. Game forcing. And now we're done with the auction. This time I would not double 7 hearts if the opponents got there. That might be a case where they would need to call the director. So West bids 3 no trump. Partner's probably gonna lead the heart suit. Ooh, okay. Okay, 4 diamonds by East. You only vary this based on their no trump strength, so the double of these artificial transfer bids, or maybe of Stamen too. If they include 14, then double is values. Oh, okay. So you just play it as like generic card showing. It's like take out of 4 suits. I guess take out of spades might make sense. Okay, what exactly is going on in this auction? West has showed exactly a doubleton spade. So this 4 spade bid's kind of free. I mean, to me, it sounds as if West just has a hand that has no interest in being forward going. Which kind of makes sense. Denied a spade fit. Bid 3 no trump over 3 diamonds, so probably has a bunch of heart values. Like West could easily have ace, king, 10 of hearts. Everyone who plays 15 to 17 includes 14. Well, I think, who was it? Was it Wolfson? No. It was the other match, right? It was whoever it was that was playing 15 to 18 no trumps. I don't think they have 14s in their range. I'm not certain. Whoa. East does not care. I think West's hand is like pretty well spotted at this point, at least from our perspective. Now East might not know, but I'm pretty convinced that West has the ace king of hearts opposite of void. And I was wondering if we should have maybe doubled 5 hearts to get partner off of the heart lead. You think 5 hearts is exclusion? I don't. But maybe it should be. I think 5 hearts was just a generic Q bid. We haven't found a fit yet. Normally, you can only bid key card once you've found a fit. I mean, I would have imagined 4 no would have been key card for spades, so maybe by that argument, 5 hearts should be exclusion. Oh, it's getting alerted now. To me, it doesn't sound like 5 hearts was exclusion. Yeah, it's just alerted as Q bid. New Zealand has a team of U21s. Ooh. That should be exciting to watch. Well, we're in 6 spades. I mean, as far as I can tell, West has done the minimal possible thing at every opportunity after opening a no trump. Oh, this is going to be a disaster for East-West. Maybe not. Hold on. Maybe this is not actually going to be a disaster. It could be Queen Jack Doubleton of spades. I don't know if Queen Doubleton's going to be good enough. It probably is. Well, the first thing that I would have to say is it seems as if dummy has kind of misbid their hand a little bit. Because East absolutely should have offered diamonds as the slam to play in rather than spades. Okay, but maybe we should focus on what we're doing defensively, because David, sitting here, needs to come up with a plan to beat this, because he's probably terrified at this point that the spades are coming home, and we know that. Declara doesn't know it yet, but spades are 3-3 between our hands. It is Queen Jack Doubleton of spades. If we give West the Ace King of hearts that I kind of presumed from the auction, West has the club ace. That's 14. I'm a little worried that West also has like the Jack Doubleton of diamonds and may well pick up the suit. No, we shouldn't freak out too much. It's possible that West has Jack Doubleton of diamonds and eventually pulls trumps and then takes a diamond finesse, and we do score our Queen Doubleton. Or maybe it's possible that our partner has Jack third, and we actually just naturally are going to score our diamond trick, unless Declara gets to pitch all the diamonds in dummy. So David elected to return a club. Which doesn't seem to have cost yet. West, with no real hand entry outside of the Queen of Spades and Ace of Clubs, wasn't able to just like win the 10 of clubs and then unblock the king and pull trumps and get back to his own hand. So we do get to see a spade to the queen. Declara will now probably cross with a diamond to the ace. If Declara leads the jack of diamonds to the ace, we can start to sweat a little bit. But that might be good news for us, in that Declara will be less likely to have a running club suit. One thing that I think is a little unfortunate for us is that it looks as if the 6 diamond contract that might be bid in the other room is also slated to go down. The spade hook fails, and we probably get the same diamond trick that we might end up with here. So even if this goes down 1, it might not be a swing for our direction. Now, I don't know if this particular West player, I mean, David would be more familiar with Purcell's style than I am, but would West ever open 1 no trump with 2 doubletons? Like if he was 2-4, 2-5, would that be a 1 no trump opener, or would that be a 1 club opener? Because it's also possible the opponents are in a 6-3 diamond fit, and diamonds are 2-2. Well, diamond to the ace. We're going to play low, of course. Declara does pull the last 2 trumps and is going to be very delighted from his side. Yeah, East offered diamonds twice, I guess. You could argue 4 diamonds and 5 no trump were both choices of a diamond contract. I get the sense, though, that East and West just weren't on the same page. Like, West probably thought, over 5 hearts that East had showed a 6 spade. Ooh, that's good news. So a club hook failed, and now we get to score a diamond trick as well. So that's going to be down 2. Yeah, once West denied the spade fit, East should really offer the diamonds. Like 3 diamonds, 4 diamonds. Well, once we bid 3 diamonds, it's only showed a 5-4 in the 2 suits, so 4 diamonds could be based on 6-5. Like we shouldn't be forced to just insist on spades because we have a 6-2 fit, right? It could be possible that playing in a 5-3 or even 5-4 diamond fit would be preferable to playing in a 6-2 spade fit. Yeah, which is why, like, once we transfer to spades and find out our partner doesn't have a fit, we just absolutely have to force the hand into diamonds as East, rather than, you know, leaving it up to partner to decide. I didn't actually get to see West's hand. I mean, I assume it was like the ace-jack of clubs and the ace-king of hearts, and I think I did see West was 2-4, 2-5 in shape. So kind of expected. Does exclamation point lurk actually do anything? Does it do things on other channels? I haven't programmed anything in for it, so no. But have a safe trip home. Beer card potential detected. You had a pretty strong showing in your rubber match then, I take it, Brad, if this is what your opponent's hands tend to look like. So precision style auction, a club, a diamond, 2 no trump. What is this range? So this is like 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no, right? This is like 21 to, or 22 to 24-ish. Yuck. We have just enough stuff where we should probably bid game. And we do have a 5-card suit. I think I would bid game. Hopefully partner has like ace-king third of diamonds and the ace-king of spades. But David knows better than I do. I'm not a precision player, just in general. So he passes. One of my fears is just like red on white at imps, planning to take exactly 8 tricks. I don't think we're in the right spot. But I guess we'll see in just a second. There's a mild inference that East won't have a great lead because East didn't bid over a club. Yet, having passed over a club favorable. Agree with that. So we are going to wait a second. We will see Larry's hand since he's the declarer, but we need to wait for both him and West to play to trick 1. Well, I was almost right. If we're able to unblock the diamond suit before our queen of spades gets removed from dummy, we might be in good shape. But it looks like East might be able to continue the spade suit and strand the entire diamond suit in dummy. There's also a heart entry which could take forever to get there. I think before getting to the hearts, the opponents can knock out the clubs. But yes, eventually we might be able to get to dummy and hearts. So how many tricks do we think we're going to end up with? I mean, I now have the suspicion that East is about to switch suits rather than continue spades. Nope. He does go king of spades. This looks like strong defense. And will he play another one, taking out the entry? Yes. Okay. So we have 2 tricks in the spade suit itself. We have 2 diamond tricks established, 2 club tricks. Seems like we're going to be able to knock out the ace queen of hearts and make exactly 8 tricks. Well, now I feel silly. Now I feel real silly for suggesting that we bid anything other than pass over 2 no trump. Obviously, David was right all along, and I should have known. I'm a little concerned about why Larry Cohen is spending all of this time right now. Oh, North had a balanced 20. Let's see. King, queen, jack, ace, king. That's 13. King, ace. Oh, you're right. You're right. North did have a balanced 20. Ah, okay. Okay. Now I feel a little better. Why are we playing a diamond to the king? Is anyone else concerned by what Declare is doing right now? I mean, he's still fine. It's just, like, why not take the extra chance that West has queen doubleton of hearts? All right, looks like the heart hook would have worked. This is the greedy extra chance, but what do we gain? I'm not really seeing the scenario where this gains. Unless East has like the ace queen of hearts and ducks them when we lead low towards the jack. Well, contract made. Plus 120. Masterfully bid. Didn't cost. Ace, queen, third of hearts over here. All right, we're about halfway done with the segment. And it looks like the match is going to be fairly close moving into the last set of boards. So East opens a no trump. We were all set to open a diamond if East had not done this in front of us. But now we will pass. Transfer to spades by West. I think we're mostly done in this auction as well. Once again, maybe we would pass 7 hearts. Maybe we would double that contract. Always important to think about these things. What part of the event are we up to? So this is the semifinals for USA1 in the senior trials. And this is segment 7 of 8. So this segment and then one more segment after this the winner goes to the finals tomorrow, and they will play whoever wins in the other side of the bracket. And the loser is going to drop down into the USA2 semifinals, I think. Yeah. So no trump, transferred spades. We have led the only suit that I guess is reasonable from our hand, which is a low club. We don't want to lead away from our aces into the no trump opener. And a spade from Jack 10 third is also kind of ugly. So we've led a third best club. Declarer is... Our club lead really didn't work out for our side, did it? Starting to seem as if maybe partner had that king of hearts over there. So he's just turned up with ace, king, jack of clubs. King of spades. That's only 11. I mean, it's possible that Declare has the king, queen of diamonds. That would get him up to 16, and I suppose at that point he would just be claiming right about now, giving us 2 more tricks, the diamond ace and a trump. It is starting to sound like that's exactly what happened. Okay, we missed a big heart fit. That's fine. No big deal. Looks like maybe a duplicated board at the other table. I mean, East has a 17 count, did open a no trump. It's possible that auction will not be duplicated. But we are cruising. Board 39. So now David will get to open a spade, plan on rebidding 2 hearts. If nothing gets in his way. Alright, a spade takeout double. That makes our hand significantly worse. Not only does that mean that our queen of hearts is probably not a working value, but with ace empty, 5th of spades, now even if we did have a 5-3 spade fit, there's a good possibility the suit is breaking 4-1. And we're not like taking finesses through the long trump holding, we would be taking finesses towards our partner's hand, which would not work out particularly well. So a spade double, Larry passes, and a no trump comes back to us. Now, we could bid 2 hearts, but I was going to say, I don't think there's any chance David's going to bid over this kind of auction. His partner could have acted over the takeout double. If it went 1 spade double pass, you would expect par to be in diamonds. That's a fair possibility, yeah. I might be tempted to just sit for it and hope I got some club ruffs. Like maybe partner has a diamond entry, maybe partner has like the jack of hearts as an entry, and I could ruff a couple of clubs in our hand. But yeah, 2 diamonds might be a reasonable attempt to run. So dummy has 15, not a heart suit, which is a little bit interesting. We probably suspect that Declare has, I mean, most often, a 4-card spade suit here. It's possible Declare has 5 spades, but then maybe we would have been facing the nightmare scenario of a spade double pass. So we have a couple of entries with which to set up our long spade, but we're probably not going to collect too many tricks on defense other than a couple hearts, a couple spades, maybe a diamond, maybe a club. Thank you, Brad. Yeah, there's potential for beer. Have a good day at work. It looks like from trick 1, East spades are just not quite good enough to set up on his own. So East might be relying on us to go ace of spades spade when we get in, which might still be our best defense, but that would set up both the 10 and, you know, maybe 7 of spades or something, depending on what Did dummy have the 7? Maybe dummy had king 7 doubleton. Alright, ignore me. Maybe declare spades are good enough to just set up on their own. Work is a 4-letter word. You're right about that. Yeah, work's no fun. So declare plays club to the king, jack of clubs. It's starting to sound as if declare has a side club suit. I'm a little surprised from David's perspective that we didn't pitch a spade on that jack of clubs. I have the suspicion that partner probably has the king of hearts and we might have just discarded a heart winner. But we'll see what David elects to do moving forward. He's going after heart discards. It's very unusual that he elected to duck the king of spades because East-West already had 5 tricks in. I mean, I don't think there's anything we can do, but obviously declare could just cash the ace-king of diamonds if they wanted to claim their contract. So spade continuation, we are setting up our long spade. I think I had mentioned this was a possibility earlier. Partner pitches the club queen. No surprise there. Does look like declare had guessed the clubs pretty well. And once West has come down to ace-king doubleton of diamonds, we're pretty safe to end up with these as our last 5 cards. Declare can cash the ace-king. We'll have to lead a heart into our ace-queen. I believe I was correct that partner did have the king of hearts, and presumably at least... Oh no, he didn't. Wow. So declare had... I guess had an ability to even make extra tricks if the ace of hearts was onside in that spot. Well, minus 150 doesn't feel like a terrible result from our perspective. The opponents appear to have just had 9 tricks and no trump. Is that always true? Maybe a heart lead would prevent them from collecting 9 tricks? No, we can only get 3 hearts and the ace of spades. I don't know. I don't know. I might be excited that our teammates could win a game swing on that board. Well, let's take a look at board 40. No one vulnerable. Left-hand opponent opens a heart. Right-hand opponent bids a spade. Those are our 2 long suits. So we pass 2 diamonds, pass to us. Well, we don't have anywhere to go, so I expect David to pass this out. It is possible that we have a spade fit on an auction like this. I mean, a 4-4 fit. And despite the 4-1 trump split, maybe we can make 2 spades. But I don't really see any reason to get involved, at least not at imps. At match points, maybe we would... think a little bit about doubling 2 diamonds or something like that. Okay. Well, that is a dummy. And partner leads a club. So we'll play the ace. Declare drops the king. I suspect we should take that at face value. So... looks like declare is either 2-5-5-1 or 3-5-4-1, some shape along those lines. So diamond to the jack. And this hand might be a little more interesting from partner's perspective, defensively. Like, we got to win the ace of clubs and put a trump through, which I think partner's going to be thrilled about. But now our partner's going to need to decide, is it worthwhile to sacrifice trump tricks to prevent a cross ruff? And that's all going to be conditional on whether or not Declare's hearts are good. And we know Declare's hearts are not good. So we're kind of rooting for partner to go like ace of diamonds, diamond, or maybe just lead another diamond if our partner started with like king, jack, fourth. Even leading a diamond away from the king here wouldn't be the end of the world for us. But Larry's thinking about it. It might be worth noting that if our partner reads that we had a choice in diamond spot card to play, which there's no guarantee about. You know, for all partner knows, we might have had 9 doubleton and would be forced to play the 2 so that the 9 would still be relevant, covering dummies 8 or 7 on the next round of the suit. But if partner thought we did have a diamond choice spot, this 2 of diamonds pretty clearly indicates that we don't really have spade values. So that might help him judge defensively what the right thing is to do. Well, 2 tricks. If we end up getting 2 heart tricks, which I think is possible, especially if our partner continues pulling trumps, then we're going to need 2 more tricks somewhere. Ooh, way to go, Pard. So ace of diamonds. We follow to this trick. And we're going to need to discard on the next round of diamonds. I mean, it feels like a club is okay. We would prefer to keep both of our clubs to maintain some safe exit cards. We don't really want to pitch a heart because that's Declare's suit. And a spade could either potentially remove a guess from Declare, or it might just completely blow up the spade suit. That 9 of spades could be a useful card. So yeah, David does elect to throw a club, which looks perfectly safe, at least for now. And now he has thrown a heart. Reasonably so. It seems as if we do get the king, jack of hearts, you know, like let's say Mike Pacell goes ace of hearts, heart, we'll be able to cash the jack of hearts, queen of clubs, and king of hearts and beat the contracted trick. So that seems pretty reasonable. Declare has now led the queen of spades, and our partner put the jack on that trick. Well, that's interesting. And now I'm beginning to regret what we ended up doing earlier in the play. Because it looks like we're getting stripped of our spades, and we're going to get thrown in with the club queen to lead a heart away from the king in the end position. Wow. I don't think there's anything we could have done to prevent this. Our clubs were 2-2. Even if we had saved queen doubleton of clubs in this spot, Declare could still exit a club, and both north and south, so us and our partner, would be down to just hearts in the ending. Now, it's possible our partner has the heart queen, it's possible our partner has the heart ace, but they do not. So we get the last trick. Well played by Declare to manage the difficult hand quite nicely. And oh my, Goodman is catching up. We'll have to look at the scorecard. Actually, let's pull up the scorecard really quickly to see where those imps have come from. Ooh, look at what I said. How could it ever be right to play 2-no? You just don't get rewarded for being in 2-no trump. So Goodman is well on its way to making a comeback, which is going to make the 7th segment very exciting. And a little surprising. I mean, from my perspective, Cohen and Berkowitz haven't played together all that much recently, although they were one of the strongest, well, a fairly strong pair in the US for a number of years back in the day. And Bobby Levin, I think, I've mentioned this a few times before, but he is the gold standard for, I think, bridge in general overall. And so he's by far the strongest player in this entire event. He's also on that team. But they're struggling against a tough Goodman squad. So board 41, we're playing precision, pass to us, 3rd seat, white-red. We're very excited to be able to open this at diamond. Partner bids a heart, we bid a spade. One spade is interesting to me. I think a lot of players would just pass or even raise 1 heart to 2 hearts with the south hand. Like, there's no reason that we need to raise 1 heart to 2. We could pass with 3-card support since partner's a passed hand. But David's done very well. And I was wondering if the reason he might have bid a spade is he was worried the opponents could back into a club fit. And he's right about that. The opponents have missed an 11-card club fit. He's found their side's best fit, I mean, at least their best reasonable fit that they could reach, given that he's playing precision. So his 1 diamond was not natural. And it looks like Declare is going to do pretty well in this contract. I mean, assuming spades break, but with no opposition bidding, it's very unlikely the opponent's spades are 4-1 in either direction. So Declare can just pull trumps. And I suppose if he wants to be extra safe, can take the safety play in diamonds, which would be low to the ace, low to the 9. Well, low to the ace, and if everyone follows, he can just play low back to the king. But yeah, so it does look like that's what he's doing here. He's protecting against a 4-0 break in either direction. Well, we have missed a game. I mean, not a real game. The opponents have 4 cashers off the top. But we have missed our ability to make 10 tricks in spades. Still, the opponents had the ability to make 9 tricks in clubs on any lead, with us just taking 2 tricks in each pointed suit. Plus 170 has to feel like a pretty good result on that one. I'm a little surprised Mike Pacell in 4th seat didn't make a takeout double diamonds, but it's a little tricky with the precision diamond opener. Normally, you know, takeout double diamonds would show hearts, spades, and clubs, but over a nebulous diamond, it's more common that you only care about the major suits, and in this hand in particular, Mike Pacell was just 3-3 in the majors. So I guess in retrospect, maybe a good decision not to double, although it probably would have found their club fit. So pass by East, we get the opportunity to open this hand 7-4 in the red suits. I suspect we're going to preempt mostly because of the seat that we're in. Like, maybe in 1st seat we would open this a heart, at least in a precision context, but I think in 2nd seat we tend to have fairly sound preempts, and this hand certainly qualifies. So David elects to bid 4 hearts and alerts that they actually play Namiats, which means if he wanted to show a hand with extra values, he could have opened 4 clubs to show a good 4-heart preempt. So this is like the weaker of the 4 major preempts that he has available to his side. So 4 hearts, take out double by West. We're probably done bidding. Maybe if our partner invites us to do something, we will consider the auction and either elect to like double the opponents, or probably not double the opponents, but maybe we'll elect to bid 5 hearts. But it seems like our preempt has done its job. East could easily be in an uncomfortable position now. Well, he's taking his time. There hasn't been much of a slowdown in the action at this table, so it's nice to take a breather every once in a while. But 4 boards to go, and then there'll be a short break and 15 more to conclude the day. My suspicion is with the time penalty, it doesn't look like Wolfson is going to be charged any time penalties in the match. We will have a winner at the end of board 60. So unlikely to see any tie breaks, but it's still possible. We did look up the time penalty rules during the previous break, I think, and it seems like there's a set penalty depending on how long you go over. So Wolfson, well, north-south in this room, but the Wolfson squad in general could technically be charged with enough imps that it would have the potential for a tie. All right, 4 hearts, double, pass, 4 spades, all pass. We're on lead. I would probably lead my stiff club. It feels like the simplest way to try and collect 4 defensive tricks. If I can get a club ruff, that would reduce the weight on my partner to have a bunch more high cards. But David Berkowitz gave it a bit of a thought. Between the club lead and probably a high heart would have been his second choice, and does go with the club lead. That is a incredibly strong dummy. And given East tempo over the double of 4 hearts, I think we've done quite well, but I guess we're about to find out. I mean, East tempo over 4 hearts, to me, suggests that East was thinking about bidding more than just 4 spades. But we'll see. So ace of spades, spade to the queen, jack of clubs now. Looks like East is like taking a club finesse. I mean, it's not going to work. But partner should be able to win the queen here. And I don't know. I guess it's possible we can beat this contract depending on Declare's shape. Now it looks like there's not really much to it. I take this to mean that Declare is losing like a heart and a diamond, or maybe just 2 diamonds. No, Declare was losing a heart and a spade. I see. Okay, so good stop apparently from the opponents. I think Mike Cassell was pretty happy to pass 4 spades. He had kind of showed his hand with the takeout double 4 hearts. Albeit he had a lot of aces and kings and a 5th trump. So that board could be a swing. We'll see what happens in the other room. Board 43. Again, recall, we don't have a preempted 2 diamonds available, so if David wanted to open this, he would have to either open 1 or 3 diamonds, and he decides first seat, not good enough for a 1 diamond opener, even in precision style, and he doesn't want to preempt 3 diamonds with this kind of shape. So 3 passes to a club, or to 2 clubs, strong. Now David comes in 2 diamonds. I think I like the 2 diamond overcall. I'm sure there are some people out there who would jump at the opportunity to preempt a 2 club auction. One of the things you have to be worried about, though, is that when you do preempt over the opponent's 2 clubs, they're pretty sure you're going down because they have a ton of high cards, and so they can just be safe and double you. And this is a hand where I really, really don't want to get doubled. We're so flat, and the fact that the opponents are very unlikely to make a slam, or very unlikely to bid a slam, I would say, with us having a heart trick as well as another king in the diamond suit. That makes me believe that 3 diamonds is a little bit too aggressive. So 2 diamond overcall. Double by West, showing some stuff. Just card showing with values. And our partner is probably thinking that our hand might look something like a 2 diamond preempt, which is exactly what we have, right? Our partner is also aware that playing precision style, we weren't able to open 2 diamonds natural. So board on the other side of the screen, I mean, for David, we don't actually see the 4 diamond bid yet, but I guess we can talk about it. Our partner bids 4 diamonds. What is the 0.25? So this is a time penalty, and I think it was for the first 5 minutes you go over, you're penalized half an imp, but that half an imp for just this event, because this is like one of the first events they're playing with these clocks, has been cut in half. So that's why it becomes 0.25 imps. So, but for all future events, they're going to make the time penalties twice as large as they are now. Hold on, can I quickly... I don't want to click this button, but we'll see at the end of the segment the full time penalties for both squads. I think it's about 20 imps worth of time penalties in almost every match. And I really like the fact that they're utilizing the time penalties, because there are quite a few slow players out there, and there are quite a few players who don't realize that they're the ones that are causing the rounds to be so late. Well, as I was talking about time penalties, I mean, Dummy comes down with 4 card trump support, and it looks like we've done just enough bidding. 13 tricks for declare. Wow. It's only 5.75 against Goodman in this match. Really? Is the other match the one where there's like 20 imps worth? Well, either way, there are some penalties, and apparently in the future for USBF events, they're going to be doubled. Ooh, back-to-back 2 club opening bids. I did not catch East's hand. The other match is around 15, but that match is not close. Oh my. Is Hammond running away with it? Because Hammond was behind going into... Lusky has 33 imps of penalties. That's real bad. They don't want to be doing that. It feels like they're going to get knocked out if they continue at that rate. club opener. Our partner bids 2 spades. I was going to comment that we have a very similar hand to last time, a 2 diamond preempt when the opponents open 2 clubs. Lusky's still ahead by 13. Wait, East just had 13 solid and bid 4 spades and that was it? Wow. Oopsies. Well, I'm looking at the south hand and I'm wondering what's going on in this auction. I presume double is the same thing that happened last hand, where double is just values. So, I mean, David passes. I honestly might be concerned that our side is the one missing a game. Partner overcalled 2 spades red. It's probably difficult for us to make 10 tricks, though. I mean, we have 2 tricks for him, and partner might have 6 solid spades, but that's still only 8. Yeah, we saw... I mean, I haven't been watching the Hammond match too much, but we did see a couple of those boards. Maybe I took a look at them in the 5th segment earlier today. Yeah, I think we watched them at the start of the day, and then Hammond has just been pulling away ever since. Alright, diamond to the ace. We now know that West started with queen doubleton of diamonds. Well, partner asked for a diamond ruff. I think we should give it to him. I just can't imagine that there's any harm in doing this. We can always get in with the heart ace and then put a spade through. So David Berkowitz returns the 6 of diamonds here. Yeah, Declare forgot to false card, but you know, maybe Declare was really needed 2 diamond tricks and was hoping the suit was 5-2 instead of 6-1. I don't think it would have mattered. Even if Declare dumps the queen, we would probably still play a diamond back. Just figuring that partner wouldn't be leading a random doubleton when they overcalled 2 spades. They probably have a decent spade suit to lead from on their end. I'm like a little bit surprised about what's going on. How could partner possibly have a 2 spade overcall? David being quite smart about this. I didn't actually see the heart spot that our partner played when they ruffed, but if West happens to have the 6 of hearts, we need to duck 2 rounds of hearts to prevent a dummy entry with that 7 of hearts. Okay, and David does duck the 2nd round of hearts. So we have prevented the dummy entry, at least for the time being. Unfortunately, what I think is going to happen is that Declare is just going to play a bunch of winning clubs at us. So we'll have to ruff. I don't know, I might have been tempted to win the ace of hearts and like put a spade through, thinking that the only rational reason partner has not played spades is that partner has the ace queen, and maybe I can get a ruff. Oh, that's just not possible, is it? Then partner would have overcalled ace queen 5th. No. No chance, no chance. I mean, so far this looks like pretty strong defense. Declare now cashing the spade ace. And plays the club queen. So we can discard again, and I think we should. Yep. This all makes sense so far. If clubs were 4-4-3-2 around and partner happens to have the club 9, when Declare goes to rough a club in the dummy, we'll be able to over-rough and continue preventing this king of diamonds from taking a trick. Aha! Looks like some words have been exchanged, and David basically said, I'm winning this and playing a spade. Wow. Why did Larry just not like put the king of spades on the table at any point in that hand? That's insane. All right, good defense by us. And by us, I mean Team Berkowitz. We wanted to really make sure to prevent that dummy entry to get to the king of diamonds. So 2 hard opening by partner. This is the last board of the set. We will flip back over to the other table once this room finishes up. And 2 hearts all pass. I mean, we have a 13 count, but partner's preempting. Very unlikely that we're going to have a game without a pretty big fit. It's also worth noting the partner had the ability to open 1 heart, and especially in a precision context, if he had a hand that had any sort of game interest. So there's partner's hand. We get a diamond lead, a diamond return. Diamond return's interesting. If we're able to get back to our hand, we can rough that jack of diamonds good. Of course, the defense is going to be mostly in control. They can always play ace and another heart to prevent the diamond rough, but I'm a little surprised Mike Purcell didn't like win the diamond and then put a heart through. What? Oh, okay. Okay, that's why. Because West was actually over-roughing the diamond. I mean, this didn't really help the defender's cause because Declare was always losing that trick. But if North actually had the queen of diamonds, then this would have been necessary. So the defense have 4 tricks. Declare does have a discard now for one of his club losers in the spade king. Can take a club finesse, try and ditch the other loser. My suspicion is that West has the club king. Otherwise, East would have had a pretty good hand over there. And it looks like he claimed based on the king of clubs being offside. So 8 tricks. That is the last board of this set. And oh my god, wow, the clubs really were offside, weren't they? So let's head on into the other room where we now see all 4 hands. They're a few boards behind. So this was that kind of tricky 4-spade contract that that Declare ended up in the other room. I mean, I say kind of tricky. It looks like Declare can just like pull trumps and claim. I have no idea what the point is in stripping the diamond suit. Like, even if North wins the king of spades and gives us a rough sluff, well, a rough sluff would be bad, but leads a club away from the queen, we don't... Oh, maybe we do get an over trick if North happened to have started with queen third of clubs. Fair enough. Regardless, this is not match points, it's imps. I think I would just comfortably pull trumps and take my 10 tricks and be happy. Declare really thinking about this over trick. This is why they're getting time penalties, because in positions where it really, really doesn't matter what you do, these players are spending a lot of time, I don't know, maybe remembering where they put their glasses. That's a common, like, senior citizen problem, right? So declare goes club to the ace, crosses to the 8 of spades in hand, and will now take another spade finesse, which is going to lose 10 tricks, push board. We got 3 boards to play in the segment. They're on your head. Yeah. All right. Well, Bobby Levin, I'm sure, is majorly annoyed at the pace of play in this room. He tends to be a fairly fast player and definitely has a little bit of, like, ADHD in him. Aha! This is the hand that everyone was talking about. So we didn't really get to see this hand from East perspective. Double, Levin is slow? Whenever I've played against him, he's been fairly quick. We see the same 2-club opener by East. We also note that South once again did not bid in this room. Is this North-South pair also precision? I forget. But this time South didn't even bid over 2 clubs. And we'll see if that gives East-West a bit of an easier time, because in the other room, North-South bid up to 4 diamonds relatively quickly, and East never really got the chance to show both his suits. Bobby's prone to very long tanks, but capable of quick play. It might depend who he's playing with, I suppose. I've played a lot against him in Weinstein, and I've also played a lot against him in a sponsor. And I think with the sponsors, he just gets, like, really annoyed and at everything that's going on and wants to get out of there as quickly as possible. Maybe that's what I'm picking up on. Ooh, interesting. So East-West in this room are playing controls, which, you know, East probably doesn't really care all that much for. He would be thrilled to hear his partner had the Heart King, but it's not going to be strictly necessary for him to make slam. The fact that his partner has a spade fit, I think, is going to be good news from his perspective, though. He's perpetually annoyed at something. That's a fair point. What else could East have done in the other room over 4 diamonds? Could 4 no have meant 2 places? So the other room started 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, double 4 diamonds, and East elected to bid 4 spades. I mean, it kind of, yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like East just has 11 tricks in his own hand. Maybe 5 spades is a good bid. You might be worried that, like, if you bid 5 spades opposite a small singleton, you're going to go down. I can't really fault East for the actions taken. 2 clubs is just such a bad opener. Five hearts. Well, you forget that East has not showed either of his suits naturally by the time four diamonds comes back to him. He just opened a strong two club bid. So five hearts would not be the optimal choice. Ah, five hearts at this table. Five hearts over four spades. I like it. East elects to bid five clubs. It's a little difficult, right? West needs to kind of wake up to the fact that his partner has heard him deny a control in every suit, right? The two diamond bid showed 0 or 1 controls, and this 4 club bid, when West bid 4 spades, he's already denied both diamond and heart controls. Whatever East does, West should jump to 6 spades to show good spades. I agree. It's a little difficult to visualize the 5th club being what is necessary. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, this Queen of Spades is a huge card that Bobby hasn't showed. The 4th trump is a huge card that he hasn't showed. You know, the Queen of Diamonds he hasn't showed. I mean, they'll still be pretty excited to win some imps on this one when the other table got some preempts in their face. But 7 spades is an excellent spot. So why 5 hearts instead of 5 clubs, though? I kind of like the 5 club cue, especially if it might imply a source of tricks and clubs. You like 2 no as agreeing spades, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no, or 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, 2 no. 3 clubs, 4 spades. Yep. Yeah, that would work. I mean, if East knew West had 4 small spades and out, then East could bid 7 spades, just hoping that his partner only had a 4-card heart suit, which seems reasonable. All right, we got a bit of deja vu on this hand. This was like 2 hands in a row where South had a diamond preempt and the opponents opened 2 clubs. The other table, Larry Cohen elected to overcall the North hand 2 spades. Huh. And Pratap elects to pass. I could go both ways. I think I might pass the North hand, but maybe Larry was influenced by how well the preempt on the previous board worked and just felt like getting in there with a 2-spade overcall. I would be terrified red on white of doing that. Despite being 6-5, I just don't think the trumps are good enough. Yeah, unfavorable would be a little bit scary. So 2 clubs, 2 diamonds. South decides to double, just showing a diamond suit. 2 hearts by West. They play Kokish even in the face of this kind of lead directing double interference. So 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 hearts. West has a natural heart suit. A single suited in hearts, at least. And my guess is East is just going to raise to 4 hearts. I mean, the King of Diamonds doesn't look like a good value anymore. So, whoa, tries 3 no trump. Not that crazy. You don't like Kokish? It messes up your heart auctions? It does. Yeah. Feels like a necessary evil, though. Well, this could be an exciting one. I mean, I have to imagine as South we lead an intermediate diamond, right? Playing diamonds to be 6-3-2-2 around the table rather than 6-4-2-1. And he does. This contract is going to make. So Wolfson is clawing their way back into a pretty sizable lead. Diamond to the queen. I mean, we saw at the other table Bobby Levin had very, very strong defense to defeat 4 hearts, just constantly denying dummy an entry to get over to that stranded king of diamonds winner. But 3-0 is going to have no problem whatsoever. What do we even do with South? Obviously, I think we switch to a spade. Oh, he just goes ace of diamonds. I don't like this choice, but it's not really going to matter. With that 8 of hearts falling, we can cross the 6 of hearts to the 7. Take all the rest of the tricks. Wait, 10 tricks total for Declare? No, it's 11, yeah? Maybe Declare was not paying attention to the 8 of hearts dropping. You wrote an article in the Bridge World about 2 clubs, 2 diamond, about Kokish type stuff. It's kind of cool. Maybe there was some sort of discussion about how a Declare could have actually just taken an extra trick, but looks like Mike Becker, not really caring all that much, just going to claim his contract, probably to speed up the play a little bit. They're falling a bit behind on the round clock. Rubens rewrote the article. Got it. Got it. Oh no, guys, please. Hold on, does it even cost an imp? So it does cost an imp, doesn't it? 430 versus 460 and plus 50 at the other table. Yeah. Now Mike Becker called the TD. Oh, this is a senior moment. They've already moved on to the next hand. We're still getting like 4 tournament directors showing up. How many USBF tournament directors does it take to adjust 1 over trick in a score on a previous board? How good is 4 spades east-west here? Well, we got a heart loser, we got a diamond loser. I think must have a spade loser. It feels impossible to set up the diamond suit without losing a trump. Like either we're going to get tapped out or we're going to have to rough both a diamond and a heart in the west hand. I don't think it's so bad. I would be happy to play it at imps. I think. I might be less happy to play it after a 2-heart opening. Is that true? Maybe I'd be more happy to play it after a 2-heart opening bid. Like I can duck 1 round of hearts, win the second round, and then just get to work on the diamond suit, I could presume the king of spades is off. But I think more importantly, I could presume South had the club ace. So East is not getting tapped out. It's not so crazy to think four spades could be a good spot. I mean, on the actual hands, it might make. It could very easily make. Yeah, if North plays a club, it could be problematic. But it's not that obvious to find the defense. I mean, I guess maybe it's somewhat straightforward. North leads a high heart, or South leads a heart to North, which gets ducked, and then a club comes through. With East declaring, it might be a little more challenging for them to find the best defense. Because I think the only way to actually beat it is to start tapping East hand in clubs. Well, we're about to find out. Let's see how Mike Becker handles this. Now he's not going to want to skimp on the over tricks, for sure. So hard opening lead. The 7 of spades seems like an important card. Is that true? You know what might be a more important card? The Jack of diamonds in North. Like, if Declare just elects to run the 10 of diamonds through South, that is not going to work out very well for him. But if East ends up playing this hand double dummy, like leading a diamond to the king, and then a diamond back to the 10, I think he has legitimate chances. We'll see what happens. I like ducking the first heart trick. I think despite the 3 heart raise, we can be pretty confident the suit is 6-2 from the opening preempt. And North continues the king of hearts. So it seems to me like Declare has a legitimate chance to make this now. If he picks up both the diamonds and well, if he picks up the diamond suit, right? He's starting well, leading a low diamond, and I mean, the speed at which he played this 2 of diamonds, I think he's going to get the diamonds right. Yeah, can't ruff a heart, but he knows that, right? Is it actually so clear that Declare is going to make from this spot? Like, how do we make this? Maybe I'm missing some obvious plan. But with Trump's 4-1, I mean, so my plan was going to be to, like, duck a spade right now. Like, I understand at this point we could just, like, ruff a club and start playing diamonds through South, but I don't think practically that's what Declare is going to do. Right, like, okay, I was going to click the double dummy solver just to point out that I'm pretty sure just roughing a club and leading the queen of diamonds and then leading the 10 of diamonds was going to work. I just don't think it's good enough at this point. Because if we duck this trick, South can just win and play another spade. And if we win this trick and start playing diamonds, maybe this is fine. Spade to the ace, queen of diamonds. Yeah, no, this is all good. This is all good. Just queen of diamonds and start running diamonds through South. If South never roughs, then we get 2. Well, if South roughs, I think things become fairly easy. Obviously, South is hoping that East has another club. But we now just get to rough club, run all the diamonds, South roughs in with the spade king, and then we can rough our heart after all. Well played. The difficult problem is to score the beer now. So you're suggesting to play it out and just accept your 3-ump time penalty for trying to beer on this hand. I think that's a fair compromise. Well, 12 more imps to Wolfson, and I mean, if we look at like the final 3 boards of the set, this match was a whole lot closer until those boards happened.